Yeah, hear me willpower. Willpower, man. For real. Willpower tradition. Long. Rastaman tradition. Willpower. Bro, you not the bongo congo woolly make it come down. By your shoulder it fi come down. Bro, you not the bongo congo woolly make it come down. By your shoulder, hey, willpower. Get me understand, say the right tradition. Rastaman bun down Babylon. Hey, grow your locks to a higher dimension. The Rastaman got the solution.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sound System Salute. Today I'm going to be talking to a member, the founder member of Willpowa Foundation, a sound system based in Sheffield, a sound system that I'm a very big fan of. And basically we're going to be having a conversation. We're going to be talking about the history of Willpowa and getting to really know the Willpowa story. So I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine, Skinny.
Wagwan, Bizzy. I'm there, you know.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you. It's good to have you in the place. We've been talking about doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, man, a long time for true, man.
And, you know, it's important that we kind of tell our story rather than somebody else tells your story. So I'm going to give you that opportunity to really make us know what Willpowa is about. So I'm going to start by asking you to take, I want you to take me back to the beginning. And when I say back to the beginning, I want you to take me back to the beginning, where your musical career is concerned.
Well, when it comes to my musical career now, it comes to Father Dolphus growing in a household of a sound owner. As Father Dolphus was a sound owner at the time, still is a sound owner right now too. Growing up in a household where your father is a sound man, there's only one thing you can be expected to follow suit. Yeah. And that is to be a sound youth. You know what I mean?
So how old were you when you really started, you know, getting your hands?
Always, from I was old enough and big enough to pick up a wire.
Okay.
Old enough for picking up a speaker box, a record, anything. From I got big enough to pick up something, I was involved.
Okay.
You understand? In my household, when we was growing up, they used to have a lot of things called blues parties. Okay. Where people would keep a blues and party in the house. And through my father now is a sound man, we used to have those blues parties in our house.
Okay, so you used to actually host the blues party?
Host our own blues party, 235 Nottingham Street.
Okay. Right, so growing up, when did you really start to... So were you playing in the blues parties?
No, them days when I was younger, it was just, we'd set up the sound with him and do the sound check, make sure everything was all right with the equipment and stuff. But the first time I recall getting called to a live gig was a place called Pinky's Blues. It was my mom's birthday. Okay. I was 13 years old. 13. Yeah, and my father looked at me and said, you know, I'm going to bring you to the dance if you come play some tune. Because at them time they had a lot of DJs on sound. Okay. Well, when I say DJ, I mean like MC, artists.
Yeah, man, that used to talk.
Yeah, chat lyrics and stuff. So them used to use a lot of the youth them as gimmicks. If you come into the dance and mix two tune and put two tune on the one turntable, because it was one turntable. One turntable. You know what I mean?
13. Let's do the maths. How long ago are we talking about?
Well, a long time, you know.
Early
80s.
80s. Okay, so you've been in the business since the 80s.
Yeah, 80s, late 80s. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what was the atmosphere like in Sheffield them time there? You as a youth?
Well, them time there as a youth, sound system was a big part of our like culture, our life. You know what I mean? Most of the youths who I grew up with, their parents had sound system, our uncles had sound system. So, you know, my father's first song, when I was playing his song, it was called Radix International. But his first song was called Jamasic, and what stems from Birmingham, which was like the first youth man song in Birmingham. Okay. You know, we used to play at all certain places.
When you say youth man, can you just define that for the people that don't understand?
When my father was when Father Dolph was as a youth,
okay.
Him get him song when he was 16 years old. Okay. He used to play his brother's son. He's got an older brother. Okay. The sound system was called Count Joseph. Okay. You get me? So he used to play his brother's song, and then my granddad, rest in peace, him say, it's time for my father to have his own song. So him buy him a 1-piece of amp and 4 speakers a youth. Them time the father Dolphus was 16. You know what I mean? And he played the song was called Jamasigan. Now hearing that as a youth, my father explaining stories of when he was a child, I said, well, I want my own sound system.
Okay.
So as a juvie, I built my own little song called Massacre. Because Jamasigan was a bit too Rasta.